Hey folks, so good morning. We are moving on with Rachel's sign here on our last video on this sign. You may have seen another video on Vicky's table before you saw this, I'm not sure, but we're ready to move on with Rachel's sign. So what we discovered after we got all the carving done, and I'm not sure how this is going to show up, but these wormholes in here, they really go down in there deep. Is that the right angle? So, you know, the fill that we've done up to now, we use sawdust and Star Bond, but after talking with Vic, and we kind of talked it over and over, thinking about the best way to do it, I think I'm going to use resin and sawdust to fill those holes. Again, it's all background, so it won't really matter exactly what it looks like as long as it kind of fills those up, stabilizes them, because part of the holes go underneath the letters. That's the part that makes me nervous. So we have mixed up a little bit of resin. This is the Total Boat tabletop.
That's what I had. So
that's a Total Boat tabletop, and I don't know, there's a couple ounces in here, I guess. Something like that. So what we're going to do, I've got some really super fine sawdust out of my little palm sander, and I am just going to add that to try and add some of that. I want super fine. The one thing that we discovered when we did the sawdust fill before on the surface on this thing is that it was kind of coarse. I wish we'd had finer sawdust, because if you look where they are, they still need to be filled a little bit more. So well, it's easier to add more than take some out, because I don't want to have to mix anymore.
Right? You don't want it to...
Well, I actually don't want it as pasty as I normally would.
You want it thicker than that, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'll add a little bit more. We mixed this, I don't know, what, about 6-7 minutes ago, so we still got some time to work, but I do want it thin enough that it'll go down into those holes. Maybe still a little too thin. All right. Sorry for the delay there, folks. I like the color. Nice color.
Yeah, you can use that on that one thing that you said we're asking about, even on that.
Down here on the walnut? I'm sure, by the way, after doing some research, I'm absolutely sure that this is Spalted walnut. I didn't even know they had such a thing, but I went and did some research for some Spalted walnut, and it looks just like this. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. What?
Nothing. Zoom right down in there. I still think that's too thin.
Actually, it's looking pretty good right there. It colors, it sands, it routes, and I had no issues at all.
Anything else?
There's a little tiny one right there. I don't think it would be that necessary, because when we get ready to spray this background, I'll probably mask it off again like I did for the layout. I don't think there's any down in the inset letters down there.
Put some of that stuff.
Yeah, so we put some in here.
Where? I'm sorry. I'm trying
On
to
the
find it. Right
surface
there.
of that walnut knot there.
Yeah. So we'll just keep watching this and making sure it's filling up the holes.
Yeah.
And then I guess we'll come back.
Yeah, when we come back, we'll probably, my guess is we'll sand off the surface, get it flat, so my router base will follow that. We'll ride on that, and then we'll take out the leftover resin with the router, and we should be good to go. Spray and sand off and see what this thing's going to look like. We'll be back. Hey guys, all right, we are back. So it is the next day now after we did the fill with the resin and sawdust, and pretty happy with the way it came out so far. So yeah, I think we pretty much stabilized. It looks like everything underneath the H is solid, and then under the T, I don't see where it went down. It seems like everything pretty much filled up the way I wanted it to. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to use my disc sander, and I've just got the 80 grit on there. I don't want to be too aggressive. All I want to do is just get this thing down flat where I can go back in here with my 90 degree and my profile and clean up the carving in there. So we're just going to hit this really lightly with a real light touch with the 80 disc. Here we go. All right, so there we go. We still have to do, kind of clean this up where Vicky kind of put that paste in there. But I'll do that off camera, or I'll let Vicky do it. That's kind of her thing. And then when we come back, we'll fire up the router and we'll take care of this resin down here in the carving. Okay guys, so I need to do a little work with my profile bit. I need to kind of recut my profile line around the bottom of this H and around the bottom of this T. I'm using, again, my profile bit, the same bit that I used to carve it originally, and I've got it set at the same depth that I carved before. So here we go. Should give us what we want, and then we'll let me get those blowed out of it. So yeah, I got a nice line around the T and around the H. Now we'll switch out and put in the background bit, the 90, and then we'll clear up that the rest of that stuff. We'll be right back. That's what we wanted, guys. That looks really good. I don't think once that's sprayed black, I don't think anybody will know it's even there, honestly. So we will come back. I'm going to go ahead and mask this thing off because, again, I don't want any black on the edges. I'm going to mask it off, spray it, and then when we come back, we'll sand this thing off. All right, guys, let's see what it looks like. Get it all? Oops, I'm sorry. Started to set it down. There it is. It looks like I went a little bit low. I'll tell you what, this thing was really tricky to sand off. It's so hard in some places where that walnut is, and it's so soft where that spalting is. It's like night and day, like marshmallow and concrete. But that's what gives it that terrific look. So I'm excited. I'm going to touch that up. In fact, I'll do it right now. Touch that up with my Sharpie. That's the only place I see. And we're going to come back and we're going to get a finish on it. I'm excited to see what it looks like with a finish on it. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is just going inside. Rachel's just going to have this inside on the wall or on a shelf or, I don't know, in the fireplace. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so I'm just going to put my interior, my favorite interior finish on it. Oh, man. So that's the back. Oh, dang, we need our, that's going to stick to the paper if I don't put something down on there. Hang on, guys. Getting in a hurry and not paying attention. There, now. I can turn it over. All right, let's get the edges.
So how many coats of this finish do you think you put on it?
32. I don't know. I'm going to put, I don't know, I'll put probably 4 or 5, but it'll be up to Rach. Let her decide how many more she wants on there, how many coats she wants on it. Look at that thing just pop. Look at that thing just come alive. Wow. Dadgummit. Should have taped that down.
Back inside?
Yeah, it's back inside. Did you turn it off?
No.
Oh, okay. So, super happy with it, guys. Yeah, it's just as spectacular as I thought it might be. Bad planning. We got in a hurry. We wanted to see what this thing would look like so bad we forgot to tape down the plastic. Anyway, there it is. So Rachel will decide how many coats she wants on it, but I would imagine I'm going to end up putting 4 or 5 coats on, or I'll let her do it. She knows how to do it. But there it is, guys. And again, my expert opinion, which doesn't mean anything, I think it's spalted walnut. That's because it's so smelled and carved like black walnut in those areas, but then obviously the spalting, it carved like butter. So anyway, hope this was helpful, guys. Hope you liked it. I had a blast with it. It was challenging for sure, like my daughter. So it was perfect.
I love you for that one.
And anyway, it was a pleasure for me to make it for her. I'm glad she finally talked me into it.
Made you feel bad?
Yeah, she guilted me into it. And anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all of the support. We love you guys. If you need anything, there's the website. Any questions on this or anything else, I'm at eric@makeawoodsign.com. I'm on Instagram quite often, makeawoodsign, and we'll see you on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.
One more look. Awesome. Alrighty.